You ever wake up one morning, step outside with your coffee, and find your whole world blocked by someone else's ego? That's exactly what happened to me when Lisa, our neighborhood's self-crowned HOA queen, parked her shiny black Cadillac right across my garage, like she was daring me to blink. The whole street of Oak Ridge buzzed with whispers, phones already out, neighbors in their slippers waiting for the fireworks, and man, did I give him a show they'd never forget. I've been in Oak Ridge for nearly 2 decades, back when it was just kids on skateboards, folks grilling on Sundays, nobody caring if your mailbox leaned a little to the left. Then Lisa moved in 6 years ago, strutting like she'd bought the whole damn zip code. She wasn't just HOA president, she was a one-woman tribunal, clipboard in hand, ready to fine you for a blade of grass out of place. My lavender bushes were her favorite target. Unkempt, she'd call them like they were some kind of floral rebellion against her sacred HOA charter. I'd laugh it off, tell her those bushes were here before her rule book, but she'd just purse her lips and scribble another violation notice. Rules are rules, she'd say, like it was carved on a stone tablet. Funny thing, though, those rules never seemed to touch her. Her Cadillac, always parked wherever she pleased, was like a four-wheeled middle finger to the rest of us. So, that Tuesday morning, when I saw her car sprawled across my driveway, both garage doors blocked, nose of the caddy practically kissing my front bumper, I wasn't shocked, just pissed. There was a note tucked under my windshield wiper, her handwriting all sharp angles and smugness. Maybe this'll teach you to respect HOA standards. Trim those lavenders, or your truck's getting towed next. Lisa, HOA president. I stood there, coffee going cold, feeling the eyes of the cul-de-sac on me. Kids on bikes slowed down, whispering. Mrs. Carter across the street pretended to water her plants, but her phone was aimed right at me. This wasn't just a car on my way, it was Lisa's power play. Her way of saying she owned me, owned Oak Ridge, owned every damn inch of this neighborhood. I called out, loud enough for the peanut gallery, "Lisa, you want to move your tank so I can get to work?" Her door flew open, and there she was, sunglasses perched like a crown, yoga pants screaming money, clipboard clutched like a scepter. "This," she snapped, voice dripping with venom, "is a lawful enforcement action. You've ignored my notices, Tom. Until you comply, your driveway privileges are revoked." Revoked. Like my garage was her personal fiefdom. I set my mug on her hood gently. Mind you, in her gasp was like she'd seen me key the damn thing. "Move it," I said, "or I'll have it towed." She smirked, all teeth in triumph. "Go ahead. The towing company's on my payroll. They won't touch it." And with that, she sauntered back inside, leaving her Cadillac like a monument to her ego. The neighbors buzzed. Old Mr. Hensley muttered, "She's gone too far this time." A teenager on a skateboard grinned, filming the whole thing, probably live streaming to his buddies. I looked at that car, gleaming in the sun, blocking my freedom, and something clicked. This wasn't about lavender bushes. This wasn't about HOA rules. This was about Lisa flexing her control, humiliating me in front of everyone to prove she could. Well, I don't break easy, and when I fight back, I don't just swing, I aim for the stars. By day 3, that Cadillac was a tourist attraction. Joggers slowed to snap pics. Kids circled it like sharks. Lisa leaned into it, strutting around in her designer tracksuits, preaching about community standards, while her car squatted on my property like a smug squatter. I tried. The cops thought I'd get a chuckle out of it, at least. The officer on the phone laughed, sure, but said, "Sorry, man. Sounds like a civil matter. No city code violation here. Civil matter. HOA code, for you're screwed." I called every towing company in a 50-mile radius. Guess what? Lisa hem all locked down with her HOA contracts. Untouchable, she thought. Bulletproof. But here's the thing, she didn't know me. I run a small logistics company, cranes, flatbeds, heavy equipment. I've got friends who owe me favors, and I've got a knack for thinking outside the box. Or in this case, above it. That night, sipping bourbon on my porch, staring at her car under the streetlights, an idea hit me like a bolt. Not a tow truck, not a slashed tire, something bigger, something that'd make Oak Ridge talk for years. I scrolled through my phone, found an old buddy, Jake Sky Malone, who ran a heavy lift helicopter service out by the port. The kind of choppers that hoist steel beams like they're toothpicks. I call him up. Sky, you ever lift a car? Silence, then a laugh. A car? My birds haul shipping containers, Tom. What's the deal? I told him about Lisa, her Cadillac, her blockade. It's trespassing on my property, I said. Can you lift it without a scratch? I could hear his grin. Send me the address. This is going to be fun. We planned it for Saturday morning, 9 a.m. prime time for neighbors sipping coffee, scrolling phones, ready for a spectacle. I checked the legal side first because Lisa was the type to sue over a bent blade of grass. Turns out, parking across someone's driveway is trespassing, plain and simple. City ordinances back me up. I ran it by a lawyer friend over beers. It's your property, he said, smirking. You can remove trespassing objects by reasonable means. Just don't, drop it on her house. I grinned. What about a lawn? He raised an eyebrow. Get permission, and it's your show. Permission. That was the key. See, Lisa wasn't ruling alone. She had a buddy in High Places Mayor Randall Tate, a slick politician who played golf with her every Sunday. Rumor was she'd bankrolled his last campaign, and in return, he let her run Oak Ridge like her personal kingdom. So where better to drop her precious Cadillac than right on his pristine country club lawn. It was perfect, a middle finger to both of them, wrapped in chrome and delivered by air. I played it cool all week, letting Lisa think she'd won. When she caught me eyeing her car, she'd smirk, getting used to it, Tom. I'd shrug, all defeated like. Guess you got me, Lisa. Her smile was pure victory, and I let her bask in it. Meanwhile, I was plotting with Jake. We mapped the lift, checked the rigging, made sure every chain and hook was industrial grade. Friday night, I barely slept, my kitchen table covered in photos, maps, and coffee stains. By dawn, I was wired, heart pounding, ready for showtime. Saturday morning, Oak Ridge was quiet kids on bikes, the smell of fresh-cut grass, folks in robes grabbing their papers. I played the part, strolling out in my bathrobe, pretending to care about the news. Lisa was out there, sipping some neon green smoothie, waving like she was the damn Queen of England. Morning, Tom, she called, all sugar and venom. Gonna mow around my car today? I forced a tired nod. Guess so, Lisa. Inside, I was counting down. Jake texted at 6:30, birds ready. Eta vederatsi 00. Game on. By 8:50, the air started to hum. A low thump, thump, thump rolled over the horizon. Heads turned. Dogs barked. Coffee mugs froze. Lisa squinted, annoyed, like the sky itself was breaking her rules. Then Jake's chopper crested the tree line, a beast of a machine, blades slicing the air like a war drum. The cul-de-sac exploded gasps, shouts, phones up everywhere. Lisa screeched, "This is a residential area? Who authorized this?" Too late. Jake's crew dropped down like Navy SEALs, chaining up her Cadillac in seconds. Chains clinked, hooks locked, and before Lisa could blink, her car was off the ground, dangling like a toy in the wind. The crowd lost it. Kids screamed with joy. Adults laughed like they'd been freed from jail. Lisa ran under the chopper, robe flapping, screaming, "That's my car. I'm the HOA president. Stop this." Her voice cracked. Her sunglasses fell. Her hair was a tornado. The Cadillac rose higher, sunlight flashing off its hood, a glittering symbol of her crumbling empire. I stood on my porch, coffee in hand, robe flapping, calm as hell. "Good morning, Lisa," I called, raising my mug. Her scream could have shattered the moon. The chopper banked, carrying her car over the rooftops. Neighbors chased it down the street, filming like paparazzi. Word spread fast. People spilled out of houses blocks away, pointing at the sky. "It's Lisa's car," someone yelled. "They're airlifting it." Jake's voice crackled in my earpiece. "Chain secure. Heading to the drop." I smirked. "Make it epic, Sky." They didn't just drop it anywhere. Oh no. Jake flew that Cadillac straight to Mayor Tate's estate, where he was hosting his fancy brunch for the city's bigwigs, council members, donors, all sipping mimosas on his perfect lawn. The chopper's shadow fell over them, tablecloths flapping, champagne glasses toppling. Tate's face went white as his comb-over danced in the wind. "What the hell is this?" he bellowed. Jake's crew lowered the Cadillac right onto his grass, a heavy thud flattening his precious sod. The guests scattered, phones out, filming the mayor's meltdown. The car sat there, absurd and glorious, a chrome trophy of justice. Social media blew up. Mayor's lawn Cadillac trended by noon. Memes flooded a known with Tate's face photoshopped onto a screaming toddler. Back in Oak Ridge, neighbors crowded around their phones, laughing so hard they cried. Lisa? She was a mess, collapsed in the street, screaming into her phone. "Randall, they stole my car. It's on your lawn." For what I heard, Tate wasn't kind. He chewed her out, blamed her for dragging him into her mess, said she'd humiliated him in front of his donors. By evening, news vans swarmed Tate's estate. Reporters called it suburban warfare, throwing around words like scandal and trespass. Lisa tried to spin it, shrieking about terrorism, but nobody bought it. The internet roasted her comments like HOA Lisa got what she deserved and Cadillac guy for president. Tate fined her for wrecking his lawn, threatened lawsuits, and cut her loose. Her HOA crown was gone. Monday's emergency meeting was brutal. She ranted, pointed at me, called me a menace. But the board had had enough. A quiet woman she'd bullied for years stood up and said, "Lisa, you parked on his property. That's illegal. You did this." The room turned on her. They voted her out that night. Lisa was done. Tate filed charges trespassing, nuisance, the works. The city started sniffing around HOA corruption. She slunk around for a bit, avoiding eyes, muttering about unfair treatment. Then she sold the Cadilla column stand the memes, I guess. By year's end, she sold her house and left. The day her moving truck pulled away, Oak Ridge felt like it could breathe again. Neighbors waved, not with sadness, but with relief. I went back to my life grilling burgers, tending my lavenders when I damn well pleased. Old Mr. Hensley stopped by one evening, beer in hand. "Never thought I'd see Lisa taken down by a helicopter," he said, chuckling. I clinked my glass against his. "Sometimes you gotta fight ego with altitude." He laughed. "Legendary, Tom." Looking back, it wasn't just about humiliating Lisa. It was about showing that bullies don't get to win forever. Lisa thrived because we let her roll our eyes, paid her fines, stayed quiet. But silence is their fuel. Shine a light, make some noise, and their power crumbles. That Cadillac flying over Oak Ridge, landing on Tate's lawn, that was my light, my noise, and it shook the whole damn neighborhood awake. But here's the thing, maybe I went too far. Dropping a car on a mayor's lawn isn't exactly neighborly, right? Maybe I could have just waited her out, trimmed the damn bushes. Or maybe, just maybe, sometimes you gotta go big to remind people they can't walk all over you. What do you think? Was I a hero, a jerk, or something in between? Drop your thoughts in the comments and tell me your wildest HOA or neighborhood story. I know you've got one. Let's hear it.